If there's one thing longtime General Hospital fans know, it's that secrets never stay buried for long in Port Charles. No matter how carefully they're hidden or how convincing the lies may seem, the truth always has a way of finding the light. That's exactly what many viewers expected when it came to Cassius and his dangerous deception. What nobody saw coming, however, was the possibility that his story might end just as soon as the truth finally came out. For weeks, fans have watched Cassius walk a very thin line while pretending to be his late brother Nathan. The secret has hung over every interaction, every relationship, and every emotional moment. It created constant tension because viewers knew it was only a matter of time before someone uncovered what was really going on. Still, many hoped that when the inevitable revelation happened, there would be a path toward redemption. After all, soap operas are built on forgiveness, second chances, and complicated family histories. While Cassius certainly made plenty of questionable choices and told more than a few lies, there were signs that he wasn't entirely the man many feared he was. In fact, some fans began to believe he had more in common with Nathan's compassionate nature than with the darker legacy of his family. Unfortunately, it now appears that Cassius's future in Port Charles may be in serious jeopardy. According to General Hospital head writers Elizabeth Court and Chris Van Etten, the character's carefully constructed world is about to come crashing down. Speaking to Soap Opera Digest, the writers teased that this summer, Cassius risks a clean getaway to say goodbye. That simple statement says a lot. Rather than quietly disappearing after being exposed, Cassius apparently chooses to return for one final farewell. It's a decision that could cost him everything, but it also suggests that the relationships he formed during his time in Port Charles truly mattered to him. If he were only concerned with saving himself, leaving town without looking back would be the safest option. The fact that he risks that escape hints that his emotional connections may be stronger than anyone realized. The writers also revealed that viewers will see whether Cassius's life pretending to be Nathan ultimately changed him for the better. And honestly, it's hard not to think that it did. Over the course of this storyline, Cassius became more than just a man carrying out a deception. He experienced genuine relationships, formed real bonds, and found himself surrounded by people who cared about him. Many fans believe those experiences slowly transformed him. One relationship in particular stands out: Lulu. Despite the lies and secrets that surrounded their romance, there were moments when Cassius seemed completely sincere in his feelings for her. Whether viewers supported the pairing or not, it's difficult to deny that there appeared to be real emotion beneath the deception. That connection may end up playing a major role in how fans remember him. Interestingly, the writers hinted that Cassius's ultimate legacy may not be determined by his own actions. Instead, they suggest that someone he leaves behind will have the final say. His legacy will not be determined so much by his own decisions, but by the choice of someone he leaves behind, they explained. That statement immediately raises several questions. Could Lulu become the person who chooses forgiveness over anger? Might she help others see that Cassius was more than his mistakes? Could her decision shape how Port Charles remembers him after he's gone? If that's the direction the story takes, it would add another emotional layer to an already complicated character arc. What makes this storyline especially compelling is that it explores one of daytime television's favorite themes: whether people can truly change. Cassius arrived carrying a heavy burden of lies, yet over time viewers saw glimpses of vulnerability, regret, and even humanity. The closer he became to the people around him, the harder it became to view him as simply a villain. That's why the possibility of losing the character now feels bittersweet. His downfall may have been inevitable, but many fans were hoping his story was just beginning rather than ending. Soap opera history is filled with characters who made terrible mistakes only to eventually earn redemption. Cassius seemed poised to join that list. Of course, this is General Hospital, where departures are rarely permanent, and exits often leave room for future returns. If Cassius does leave Port Charles this summer, fans will undoubtedly be hoping the door remains open. Whether he disappears into the shadows, goes on the run, or simply leaves to start over elsewhere, many viewers would welcome the chance to see him return someday with a fresh chapter waiting to be written.